Have you ever stopped to think that a seemingly harmless fruit can become dangerous over the years? We've always heard that fruits are part of a healthy diet, but the truth is that some of them can pose serious risks to the health of older adults. Whether by affecting blood sugar levels, making digestion difficult, or interacting negatively with certain medications, some fruits can harm your health without you even realizing it. In this video, we'll show you 7 fruits that should be avoided at all costs by older adults. Some of these options might even surprise you, as they are generally seen as healthy. However, depending on your body's needs, they can be more harmful than beneficial. By the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer understanding of which fruit should be consumed with caution and why. Stay until the end, because the last fruit on the list is one that many people consume daily without knowing the risks it hides. And if you care about your health or the health of someone you love, hit that like button and subscribe. This information might make all the difference. Let's get started. Number 1, grapefruit. Grapefruit is one of the most dangerous fruits for older adults. Even though it's often seen as a refreshing and healthy option, few people know that it contains substances that can interfere with liver and intestinal enzymes, responsible for processing various medications. This means that when you consume grapefruit, your body may absorb too much or too little of a medication, which can be extremely dangerous. For example, if you take medication to control blood pressure, cholesterol, or heart disease, grapefruit can cause these drugs to remain in your bloodstream longer than necessary, dangerously increasing their effects. In other cases, the medication may lose its effectiveness, compromising your treatment. This situation is especially delicate for older adults who rely on daily medications to manage chronic conditions. A simple glass of grapefruit juice in the morning can disrupt an entire treatment plan, but the risks don't stop there. Grapefruit can also affect medications used to treat anxiety, depression, and even some painkillers. This can cause side effects like dizziness, heart arrhythmias, kidney problems, and even internal bleeding. The problem is that these effects don't usually appear immediately. They accumulate over time. Take the case of Henry, a 72-year-old man. He took his blood pressure medication daily and thought starting his day with grapefruit juice was a healthy choice. Over time, he began to feel muscle weakness and dizziness without understanding why. It was only during a routine checkup that his doctor noticed the medication levels in his body were too high. After reviewing his diet, they discovered grapefruit was the culprit. Simply removing it from his diet made the symptoms disappear. If you take any type of prescription medication, consult your doctor before consuming grapefruit or its juice. Despite seeming harmless, this fruit has a high potential to interfere with medications and can be very dangerous for older adults. Fortunately, there are many other fruits with similar benefits and without this risk. It's safer to choose an alternative. Number 2, durian. Known as the king of fruits, durian is famous for its strong smell and creamy texture. Although it's considered a delicacy in many cultures, older adults should consume this fruit with caution. One of the biggest problems with durian is its high sulfur content, which can interfere with alcohol metabolism. For those who enjoy an occasional drink, this combination can cause nausea, dizziness, and even dangerous spikes in blood pressure. Another critical point is the amount of calories and fats in the fruit. While healthy fats are important for the body, the type of fat in durian is heavier and harder to digest, especially for older adults with slower metabolisms. Eating too much durian at once can cause bloating, discomfort, and even palpitations. Some people report feeling excessive heat or flushing after eating the fruit due to its impact on circulation. For those with existing heart conditions or high blood pressure, this can be concerning. And then there's the impact on blood sugar. Durian contains large amounts of natural sugar, making it one of the sweetest fruits out there. For people with diabetes or insulin resistance, this can cause sudden spikes in blood sugar, leading to fatigue, dizziness, and more serious complications over time. Unlike other fruits that have fiber to balance sugar absorption, durian's composition makes it easy to overconsume, worsening the problem. Take the example of Robert, a 68-year-old man. He loved trying exotic foods and wasn't aware of durian's risks. One night after eating a large portion of the fruit, he started feeling his heart race and a sensation of heat in his body. A few hours later, he felt weak and dizzy. He didn't know it, but his glucose had spiked and the fat in the fruit had raised his blood pressure. The next day, his doctor confirmed that durian had caused a dangerous combination of effects. If you have hypertension, diabetes, or digestive issues, it's best to avoid durian altogether. There are many fruits that provide the same nutrients without putting your health at risk. While durian may be a treat for some, older adults should think twice before consuming this potent fruit. Number 3. Starfruit. With its refreshing flavor and vibrant yellow color, starfruit might seem like a harmless choice to include in your diet. However, for older adults, especially those with kidney problems, this fruit can pose a serious danger. The reason lies in a substance found in starfruit called neurotoxin. In people with healthy kidneys, this toxin is eliminated normally. But in older adults with compromised kidney function, it can build up in the blood, causing severe effects on the nervous system, such as mental confusion, dizziness, muscle spasms, and in extreme cases, seizures or even coma. The biggest risk with starfruit is that even a small amount can trigger reactions. Research shows that as little as half a starfruit can be enough to cause problems in people with kidney disease. Unlike food allergies, where symptoms appear quickly, the toxic effects of starfruit can develop slowly, making it hard to associate them with the fruit's consumption. Many only realize the danger after experiencing strange symptoms with no apparent cause. Take the case of George, a 74-year-old man. Despite having only a mild kidney issue, he lived a healthy life. One day, he decided to try starfruit after seeing it at a market. Hours later, he began feeling disoriented and had trouble remembering simple information. The next day, he lost his balance while walking and felt tremors in his hands. Since he didn't suspect the fruit, he continued eating starfruit in the following days, and his symptoms worsened. After a doctor's visit, he discovered his body wasn't filtering the fruit's toxins, causing the neurological issues. Once he stopped eating starfruit, his symptoms gradually disappeared. Even if you've never had kidney problems, natural aging reduces kidney efficiency, making starfruit a risk to any older adult's health. The best way to protect yourself is to choose fruits that don't carry this kind of silent threat. Number 4. Cherimoya, custard apple. Cherimoya, also known as custard apple, is famous for its creamy texture and sweet tropical flavor. While many enjoy this fruit, few know about the hidden dangers it poses, especially for older adults. The pulp itself is safe when consumed in moderation, but the seeds, skin, and even leaves contain natural toxins that affect the nervous system. These substances, called anins, are associated with neurodegenerative diseases and in large quantities can cause nerve damage, movement disorders, and cognitive problems. One of the biggest dangers lies in the seeds. Unlike other fruits where pits are easy to avoid, cherimoya seeds are mixed into the soft pulp and can be ingested without notice. Even small amounts of crushed seeds can release toxins that affect the brain and nerves. This is especially concerning for older adults, as the body's ability to eliminate toxins decreases with age. Repeated exposure to these substances can increase the risk of developing symptoms similar to Parkinson's disease. Additionally, some people report milder effects like drowsiness, dizziness, numbness in the arms and legs, or a persistent metallic taste in the mouth, signs that the nervous system is reacting. For example, Leonard, a 70-year-old man, always enjoyed trying exotic fruits. He started eating cherimoya frequently as a dessert several times a week. Over time, he began feeling excessive fatigue and weakness in his hands. It was only when his doctor mentioned the toxic effects of certain tropical fruits that he made the connection. After eliminating cherimoya from his diet, he noticed improvements in his energy and motor coordination. If you enjoy tropical fruits, there are many safer alternatives. Bananas, mangoes, and pears offer similar flavors, without the neurological risks. To protect your brain and nervous system over time, it's best to avoid foods that could silently compromise your health. Number 5. Green, unripe. Papaya. Papaya is often called a superfood due to its digestive benefits. However, when consumed, unripe, it can be dangerous, especially for older adults. This is because unripe papaya contains high levels of latex, a substance that can cause allergic reactions, stomach irritation, and digestive issues. Some people may only experience mild discomfort, but for those with more sensitive digestive systems, common in older adults, the effects can be much more intense. Symptoms include abdominal bloating, cramps, and nausea. The problem is worsened by the fact that as we age, the stomach lining becomes more fragile, increasing sensitivity to harsh substances like latex. The enzyme papain, found in green papaya, can irritate the stomach and cause reflux or worsen conditions like gastritis and ulcers. Additionally, many people have latex allergies without knowing it. Symptoms range from throat itching to swelling and difficulty breathing. Those who've had reactions to bananas, avocados, or nuts should be cautious, as these foods share similar compounds and can cause cross-reactions. A good example is Eleanor, a 76-year-old woman, always careful with her diet. She decided to include papaya in her routine. One day she used an unripe papaya in a smoothie. Shortly after, she felt a burning sensation in her throat and tightness in her chest. She only realized the cause after experiencing the same issue again. Her doctor then identified a mild latex allergy, explaining the symptoms. Even if you don't have allergies, green papaya can be harsh on the digestive system. Ripe papaya, on the other hand, has much lower latex levels and is generally safe to eat. The key is to ensure the fruit is fully ripe before consuming it, and to avoid the green version unless you're certain it won't cause problems. Number 6. Ackee. Among the most dangerous fruits you can consume is ackee, and the reason lies in a natural toxin called hypoglycin. When this fruit is eaten unripe, the levels of this toxin remain extremely high, making it toxic to the human body. Eating unripe ackee can cause a severe condition known as Jamaican vomiting sickness, characterized by intense nausea, vomiting, extreme weakness, and, in more severe cases, drastic drops in blood sugar levels. For older adults, who may already struggle to maintain stable glucose levels, the risks are even greater. One of the dangers of ackee is that symptoms don't always appear immediately. Some people eat the fruit and feel fine for a few hours, but then develop cramps, excessive sweating, and dizziness. Without treatment, this condition can progress to seizures, coma, and even death. For this reason, many countries have strict laws regulating the sale of ackee to prevent poisoning cases. Still, in some regions, fresh ackee is widely sold, and those unaware of the risks may end up consuming it in an unsafe state. The main concern with ackee is its effect on glucose. Hypoglycin blocks the body's natural sugar production, which can lead to dangerous drops in blood sugar levels. This is especially alarming for those with diabetes or other metabolic conditions. Even people without these conditions can experience mental confusion, lack of coordination, and fainting caused by hypoglycemia, symptoms that are particularly dangerous for older adults. Take the case of Harold, a 69-year-old man. During a trip, he tried fresh ackee at a local market. At first, everything seemed fine, but after a few hours he felt weak, dizzy, and could barely eat. Later, he discovered the ackee he'd eaten wasn't fully ripe and contained enough hypoglycin to affect his glucose. Had he eaten more, the effects could have been fatal. For older adults, the best strategy is to avoid ackee altogether, unless it's been prepared by someone experienced who knows how to eliminate the risks. Even when fully ripe, some people still report mild reactions, making this fruit a risky choice. There are many other tropical fruits with similar flavors and nutritional value without this kind of danger. When it comes to preserving your health, prevention is key. Number 7. Lychee. Lychee is a sweet, juicy fruit highly praised for its exotic flavor. However, it hides a risk that most people are unaware of, especially for older adults. Although it's rich in vitamins and antioxidants, lychee can cause sudden drops in blood sugar levels, particularly when consumed on an empty stomach. This happens due to a substance in the fruit that interferes with the body's glucose production, especially dangerous for those who already struggle to maintain stable blood sugar. One of the main warnings about lychee is the recorded cases of sudden hypoglycemia. Studies show that consuming large amounts of the fruit without a proper meal can cause blood sugar to plummet, leading to dizziness, mental confusion, and even loss of consciousness. For older adults, this can be particularly risky, increasing the chances of falls, disorientation, and other complications. Those who use insulin or diabetes medications should be extra cautious, as combining them with lychee can intensify the effects and lead to severe episodes. Another concern is that lychee contains natural toxins that, in excess, can overload the liver, making it even harder to control blood sugar. For this reason, outbreaks of illnesses related to lychee consumption have been recorded in various parts of the world, primarily affecting children and older adults. The problem is that symptoms don't always appear immediately, making it hard to realize lychee is the cause. Margaret, a 72-year-old woman, loved eating fruit in the morning. One day, she decided to start her day with a bowl of lychee, thinking it was a healthy choice. A few hours later, she began feeling weak, shaky, and had trouble concentrating. She thought it was just fatigue, but the following week, after experiencing the same symptoms, she decided to see a doctor. That's when she discovered that eating lychee on an empty stomach was disrupting her glucose levels. After adjusting her diet and avoiding lychee on an empty stomach, she had no further issues. For those with diabetes or glucose sensitivity, lychee should be avoided. Even healthy individuals should consume it in moderation and never on an empty stomach. There are many other fruits with similar benefits, but without this hidden risk. Paying attention to what you eat and when you eat it can make a big difference for your health and well-being. Now that we've reached the end of the video, it's time to reflect on the 7 fruits we've discussed. Some may have surprised you, especially if they've always been considered healthy. But as we've seen, even natural foods can hide pitfalls, especially as we age. The point isn't to fear fruits, but to understand how they interact with our bodies, the medications we take, and our overall health. Knowing what to avoid or consume in moderation can help you make safer choices and avoid unexpected health issues. Which of these fruits surprised you the most? Have you ever had a strange reaction or symptom after eating any of them? Share your experience in the comments. It might help others who aren't yet aware of these risks. Remember, maintaining your health isn't just about eating well, but also about avoiding what can harm you. And if you have doubts about any food, don't hesitate to talk to your doctor. Your health deserves attention and care. Thank you for watching until the end. We want to hear from you. Comment below something you learned from this video and how you plan to apply it in your daily life. Your comments are valuable and motivate us to keep producing quality content to inform and inspire you. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next